Welcome, everybody, back to What's Up, Bolts. It has been a while, but we are finally back. We're very excited to be back, so we'll talk all things Chargers. We got a very special compa jumping on with us. We will be talking to him in a matter of moments. But for the time being, let's go with the intro.
Compas on the beat. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah. So we're compas.
Yeah, we are.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Daygo is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
Freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
How is everybody doing today? Welcome to What's Up, Bolts. Man, there is a lot of stuff going on. The NFL is really crazy right now. Trade requests, releases. There is a bunch to talk about. So we'll be getting into all that stuff. For everybody asking what happened to my forehead, today is Ash Wednesday. Obviously, I am Catholic, so I went to Mass and received the ashes. So Lent starts today. Just to let you guys know, I gave up sugar, and I am going to be eating a lot healthier for the 40 days and continue it moving forward. But that is what I decided to give up. But there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. So we will talk about everything right now. Let us get as we wait for Dan and Daygo, we know how he is. He likes to make a grand old entrance. So let us get our guy, our compa Kris Rhim in here. He is ready to go. Let us get him in here and play his music. Oh yeah.
1, 2, you hear the clock tick.
There he is. There's
What's
Kris
up?
Rhim. Kris, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm live from a car. I took my car in for service today, and they just hit me up saying it was ready, so I had to bolt. But I'm still here, man.
You got a bolt. Wow, look at that. That's you're
No
trying.
pun
Look at
intended.
that. I like what you did there. I like what you did there with that one. How you been? How's everything? How's life treating you?
I've been good, man. Life's been good. Just got back from the combine, so that was cool. Good to see people. Good to actually saw the old Chargers coach there. So that was.
Hold on. Before you talk about it, hold on. Let's get Dan in here. I'm sure he has plenty of questions. Let's get him in here.
Look at that. Getting driven in a limousine? How you doing?
No
He's big
limousine.
time.
I had my car's getting serviced, and they just texted me that it was ready. So I jumped in, but I'm still still tapping in with y'all, of course.
Hey, we
Appreciate it,
appreciate
my
that,
guy.
Kris.
Yes.
So Kris right now, Dan, he gave us some breaking news that he saw a former Chargers coach at the combine.
Woo! Woo!
Ooh,
Mr. Staley, Brandon Staley.
Oh,
How
wow.
was that?
How
yes,
was that? Yeah.
It was good, man. He was cool. I mean, he looks different. He has he's just like a, more of a, I guess he was rocking a beard at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was cool, man. He seems, a little bit different, but, he seems the same, so he was nice and all that. I wished him luck. So it was cool. Cool to see him.
So the breaking news should not have been what was it? It should not have been Rap Sheet and Schultz getting into it. It should have been Kris Rhim and Brandon Staley reunite.
Well, I was there for that too. So it was a fun week.
Were you there for that? Okay. All right. There you go. I love
You were in the Starbucks?
All right.
I walked in with one of the people. I walked in with one of those people.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
So what happened?
I don't want to get all into it, but it was everything. Everything everybody's saying is what happened.
So NFL security was called.
Yes, and it was everything you could. All WWE and Starbucks at the combine, man. Special.
My God
Special.
almighty.
Special.
Oh
Oh,
my
about that for a second, dude. freaking Ian Rappaport's like 5'2", and this guy supposedly is 6'5" or 6'2" or whatever. Like, yeah, security was probably going to get called. Like, obviously, the dude probably wanted to put him on his lap, thinking it was December. Like, what are we even talking about?
Dude, no, it was crazy, man.
I don't know if you saw on the McAfee show, they put the tail of the tape.
Yes,
they put salary unknown. The other one, and too much data.
No, I was dying, bro. I saw that.
Ange has a question for you. She misspelled your name, but it's cool. Did you ask him if he was going to keep calling the plays on defense?
Nah, that got me into too much trouble last time.
I thought that was you too. I wasn't sure, but I thought that was you. Yeah.
Oh, Kris and I have had many of conversations about this, and it was Kris that asked him that. So
you know what was funny? When Kellen Moore got hired, I was like, I wonder if like the payback's going to happen right now, where it's like he hired him, and now it's on the back turn. But I was like, the PR nightmare though. I was kind of no offense. I'm sure he's a great guy and everything else, but like, just a PR side of it, I was like, oh, who knows, dude? That would be a little, because I wonder how the Saints fans reacted to that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say this. I do think that the best hire for your coordinator position is a failed head coach. Like failed head, because more often than not, no one's gonna hire that coordinator
right away. Like, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Steve Spagnuolo, like he did a terrible job with the Rams, and he's been a great defensive coordinator. So yeah, sometimes
look at America's hero, Vic Fangio. Shout out.
Oh, Dan, you wanted to tell Kris something.
I enjoyed every single moment of that Super Bowl. I wish they wouldn't have let him score. I'm still on that. I wish they would not have let them score at all.
Yeah, I will say the final score being 40-22 does kind of feel a little wrong, because it felt like it was different. It was worse than that, But
dude, that was like a shutout type game. But I get it. You got to get everybody in and stuff like that.
I sent Kris your video, the one where you tell Eric that they should have put it up in the Louvre, the picture of.
Oh my God, yes. The end zone. Oh my God, yes, dude. I would make that my wallpaper. Probably, I might print it out and put it somewhere in here in my room or whatever. That was the most glorious thing I've ever seen. There's another one. My other favorite that should be in the Louvre also is Jalen Carter smashing his hand through his face mask. That was glorious. That was glorious. Then everybody crying, that's a 15-yard penalty. Oh, all of a sudden we're worried. All of a sudden we're worried about no calls.
Kris, just what was your Chargers wise?
You guys still got me?
Yeah,
I got you.
Okay.
What was your biggest Charger wise takeaway from?
Yeah, Frown's here. Can you hear him or can you hear me?
Yeah, he's only just you. Hold on, I'm gonna come back.
Okay. Look at that. You did something with your mic. I don't know what's going on. By the way,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. To anyone in the comments, we have today was Ash Wednesday, so shout out to that. That's why
Shout out to the good Lord.
Shout out to Jesus. Are you there? You got us?
Yes, got you.
Can you hear me?
And I can hear both of y'all. And I got about 11 minutes till I get.
All right, cool.
So.
Quickly.
Okay.
All right. The combine. What was Chargers wise? What was your biggest takeaway from the combine?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think that this is what I expected. Yeah. But I don't expect the Chargers to, this kind of crazy spending spree in free agency. Because Joe said something, and I'm writing about it, but he said, like, my philosophy is to build through the draft, and he talked about in January how having a lot of cap space can get you into trouble. And 3 years ago, it did get the Chargers. They went on a spending spree. They got JC, traded for Khalil. They signed Mike, and it was one of the most consequential off seasons in Chargers in recent memory for all the wrong reasons. So it did make me think, like, when I see all these guys coming up for trades and receivers and all that, I don't
tell me some good news. I saw a name. That's a damn tight end out there running rounds at receiver.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I was a betting man, I would bet unless that team in Seattle comes to them and says, "Hey, you could get this guy," which I don't think will ever happen. You can get this guy for like a 4th round pick.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Which is not going to happen.
Josina Anderson just tweeted out And this is her saying, I'm told there's a team willing to give at least a 3rd-round pick for Seahawks for DK Metcalf.
Oh.
So a 3rd-round pick, that's cheaper than what I thought maybe
Yeah.
it'd take a 2nd-rounder. But again, Chris, you have to pay him. That's the reason
That's
why
the
it's
issue.
not going to cost you that much. So that's going to be it. Chris, I don't think this is going to linger. I think this is going to happen within the next 48 hours, the trade for DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big fish on the market, man.
Ooh.
So if you were a betting man, would you go? Because the Chargers,
Odin.
according to multiple people, they pursued them heavily during the what's that thing called? The trade deadline. What do you think DK's in a Chargers uniform next year or not? What's your gut feeling?
My gut tells me no.
Okay.
Tells me no on DK. But you never know. You never if they can get it at a favorable, like one where they feel like we're winning on this, they're gonna do it for sure.
Yeah. And I mean,
it's not the Chiefs.
They they saw exactly what happened in that playoff game, Chris. Offensive line lacked as well, but playmaking ability lacked. And if you could get a guy like DK, you'd have to pay him. I get it, but I mean that's a guy worth spending on. Davante Adams, yay or nay?
Yeah. That to me, you could sign him. You probably get him. Great deal. I still think Davante can play. Again, like another thing Joe said was, the draft gives you like a 4 to 5 year. The draft, you're typically talking about a 4 to 5 year answer versus you're not always talking about that. Now that is the case here when we're talking about these two receivers. DK is obviously, if you think about it, he's probably 3 to 5. You expect him, play well to be here. Whereas Davante wouldn't be. So, but Davante does make a lot more sense to me because of what they could probably pay him. But they do have the money to pay. Oh, did I lose y'all?
Yeah.
No, you're there now. You cut out for a minute, but you're back now.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. No worries.
So we can add on 2 more minutes to that.
Oh, this. No, but I agree with you. I don't think that we're going to give up any, crazy 1st-round picks or anything like that. Like, I think this is a team that actually values the picks because they know what they're going to do with them. Because obviously Harbaugh was in the system and he's recruited a lot of these guys. But I'm with you though. I like that Davante cheap, but I just need some offensive lineman, Chris. I need the son of Odin to stand up, man. I can't go through this anymore. There's too many days where I would just look at him and I'd be like, oh my God, this poor bastard's coming out here again to this. Like, my God. Like I would, what's funny? I wouldn't even be surprised if they drafted a D tackle or something like that in the 1st round.
That's what I'm saying. I think the noise from I would say this, and I think the Chargers feel, take it forever. I do think they feel better about I'm not saying they feel great about it and they watched it, but I do think they feel better about their wide receiver situation than the outside world looking in season, right? Like I think they look at other positions and they're like, yo, our interior, our tight end, what are we going to do? Interior defensive line. And when you're ranking these things, I think wide receiver might come after those. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, 100%. Because like what people don't understand is like you have a real run game, a real threat. Receivers can get open, especially you saw God help me, but you saw Quentin get better towards the season, and hopefully he can make strides. Palmer at times showed up, but I just think if you add one more guy, like a DK or someone with some juice, it's going to make them probably better because they're not going to have as much attention. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be guys focused on Ladd and the other one, and then it's like, okay, now we can use like our 4th and 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th string. And they'll be good. They'll actually be productive. But, that's the biggest thing right there. Because I'm with you. They need to fix that interior offensive line. It was chaotic. It was sad to watch, honestly. It hurt me. It hurt my eyes. I couldn't deal with it. I just want son of Odin protected. Put him in a box.
Jalen's protected.
Oh, my God. You know how many – don't get me wrong. I'm happy the Eagles won. They should get the Presidential Medal of Freedom, get the key to the country for a day, whatever they want. But having all these little rugrats come up to me and say Jalen Hurts is better than Justin Herbert, I'm about to lose my mind. It just drives me up a wall. I'm like, dude, he has a god tier level roster, and I'm over here dealing with Walmart greeters and bag boys at Vaughn's and everything else. Like, we need to make. I'm not. It's gonna be fine.
Kris, do you feel like they're happy on year one? I mean, obviously they didn't get to where they wanted to, but do you feel like, hey, it was a step in the positive direction? Now let's just continue to build on it. Is that kind of the sense? And obviously they're not happy with the way it ended, but do you feel like they're happy moving forward?
Yeah, I think they feel like it was a positive step because they didn't think they were going to do that well the first year.
Yeah.
Like I mean, whatever they didn't, I don't think anyone, I mean, I don't want to say anyone, but 11 wins is a lot of wins, man. Like, people say who they play or whatever, you got to win the games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Ravens lost to the Raiders and teams lose to these teams that they were beating on. So you sweep the Broncos twice. Like sweep them twice, but you swept the Broncos. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. So I think they were impressed about where they were. And then it's also like, now we have like big expectations. Like you won 11 games. Like, the expectation starts there this year. So.
Oh, I agree. 100%. It's time to get the son of Odin his first damn playoff victory. So I don't have to listen to Eric talk shit to me when he comes on and all these other little dummies all over the place talking about my boy.
I feel you, man.
Have you started your Portuguese lessons yet or no?
No, not yet. I have to soon though. I did go to Portugal a couple of years ago, so I know like what do I know? Obrigado. Yeah, obrigado. That's all I know.
He's looking at a lifeline. He looked over.
Yeah, I know for real.
Hey, what do I know?
Oh, you're going to that one, dude? Are you hyped for that or no?
Yeah, I'm hyped for that, man. Yeah, Brazil, we'll see, man. Yeah, let's get it.
Spain would have been cool, though.
He doesn't have to pay for it either, so he's excited about that.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. Yeah. On the company dime. Shit, I'd be excited, too. You know what? You should treat yourself to a first class, dude.
Oh, yeah? And then they'll treat me to unemployment.
No. He'll do it the Emmanuel Morgan way. He'll find a way.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say for Dan, I probably got time for one more because I'm pulling up.
You're good. Okay. Yeah. Dan, do you have anything else for him?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who do you think, honestly, realistically, with this free agent class, who should they target? Because obviously we saw Trey Smith get franchise tag and things of that nature. Who do you think would be like a good priority for them that they could sign that has like a positive impact probably on day one?
That's a good question.
Look at that. I'm not just looks over here.
Actually, journalism.
Oh, dude, I'm not wearing the shirt. I got journalism.
I mean, man, this is kind of, But
I know there's so many holes too, so don't feel like.
I mean, a guy like I don't know, man, like a guy like a Millen Williams, man. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I know they got good.
93 from the Eagles, Dan. He hit Mahomes a couple of times.
Yeah, I like. Yeah,
that I know they got good production from Sierra and Puna last season, but you really get a disruptor on that interior, and assuming that Khalil is back, man, I think that's something that the Chargers haven't really had. So that's a guy that makes sense to me. And then, whatever interior linemen are picking up the phone, man, just tell them come down and
I agree with you though. You can never have one too many D tackles though.
Yeah,
I think the Eagles have shown that. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
That's a great question though.
Real quick,
I appreciate that.
Rapid fire. Does Khalil come back?
Yes, but I'm 50. Yes, on a restructured.
Yeah, I agree with that. Deal. He has to.
Interesting.
No offense, but
Daygo?
Oh, that's a good one.
Soon.
All right,
good. Hit us up.
Right,
I agree.
That is our compa. What you got to say?
And let me know if you need me to come back. I just got to get my car, but let me know if you need me to come back or anything. I'm sorry I had to cut it short.
Oh, it's all good, bro. No, they moved our workouts. So sorry about that.
Are you gonna be driving and doing it while you're doing it, or what?
Nah. I can come back later. I'll be home in like 45 minutes.
Oh no. We're gonna be long gone by then. No, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Don't worry. You're our MVP. You'll come back on. We'll got the next one.
And thank your Uber Black SUV
thank the limo driver.
Thank the limo driver.
I appreciate y'all. It's my girlfriend.
Oh, hey,
shout out.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Shout out. Hey.
Thank you so much. Oh! Yeah, Chris is gonna get hit later. See
All
you
right,
later,
y'all.
man. Have a good
See
one.
ya.
See you later, bro. Have a good one.
All right, that was Kris Rhim, our compa, who broke it all down for us, what he had been hearing
Shout
from
out.
Senor Vive-moi.
Checking
Senor
into the
Vive-moi.
game, Senor Mivois.
Senor Vive-moi, you better not be booing our national anthem over there. I just got to tell you that one.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
I'm
I
kidding.
know. Well, you saw
We love
Pat
you, Senor
McAfee,
Vive-moi.
and I'll get amped up about it too. It's already bad enough they beat us in the damn face of the nations or whatever in hockey. Damn bastards. No more maple syrup in this household, I'll tell you that.
And let's get a little bit of something going on.
Shout out
and
to
then
Jesus. Started Lent today, no soda. 40 days, baby. No big deal.
Hold on, I got something for. I've been saving it forever. Oh, here we go.
What we rolling?
All right.
Senor Vivois. He was like, me? Never. Let's see this. Send it. Send it.
It's a joke for sure. It's not even close. It's Rashawn. It's not even close. All right, whatever. Really?
It's you.
No, it's
Look at how you deflected.
Yeah, it's
What was the first question?
It's me and you. We're going film.
Who's
Watching
better?
film.
Who's a better player?
No, we're looking at the film.
I'm probably gonna compliment you on this, but don't get big.
I don't want to comment.
Okay, ready?
I like football.
One
Oh,
coach
that's hilarious.
on our weapons. If you didn't believe him before last week, you should now.
What's up, Chargers fans? This is Rashawn Slater,
I'm Joel.
and we're here looking at each other's film today.
Yeah, I don't want to look at mine. Look at his.
Yeah, I don't like watching myself either, so I'll be tearing him.
Damn,
apart.
he hours over.
30
Oh,
years
I know for real.
to bank on Herbert for a
How
second.
am I supposed to see it from there?
The hallmark of a great O-line
Zoom in.
is his ability to
Hold
recover.
on.
And that's
The
exactly
hallmark.
that's exactly what you're seeing right here on this rep. Hold on. Obviously, we've got some sort of like sort protection. So Joe, we're 3 for 3 on the right here, but when one pops out, he's got to go out. So he doesn't know that to start though. All he knows is he has to block this guy. Guy goes inside, he's carrying him down. All of a sudden, he gets news late that the guy dropped. So he's already breaking his midline by the time he turns around, and he's able to get just enough of a hand on him, pushed by the blitzing corner. Pretty good stuff there.
I don't feel like I can handle much more of this. It's probably the last play.
I didn't expect it to be this nice, but you guys actually picked like good plays.
Rashawn, you think you're being nice? Wait till we get to yours.
I don't think it gets talked about enough the fact that he played left tackle in college, and he came to the NFL, switched positions, and in the matter of a few months has been playing at the top of his position at right tackle.
Herbert will throw one-on-one on the outside, and it is caught.
This right here is something that I strive to try to do every day, and it's his ability to stay square. And then as soon as he's about to make contact, he has the ability to really like recenter his hips on the block. And then as soon as the guy bends the edge, he is the most efficient in turning his weight and getting a guy to expand him either upfield or too deep past the quarterback.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
He doesn't even need to run him deep on this play, but he runs them almost out of the back of the end zone, and he's a good 10 yards from Justin. And this is something that I strive to try to do every single day.
I love it. I love watching this stuff, too. I love watching O-line play. That's what it's all about right there. That's what wins Super Bowls. That's why I loved watching this Super Bowl this past year. You could tell night and day who had the better defensive and offensive line. Like, you know, it was funny because someone was talking trash that the skill players won the Super Bowl for the Eagles, and I sent this person a clip. It was an 8-man pressure foul. 8-man pressure. Any other average line, Jalen Hurts gets sacked. No one even gets close to him, and he's able to get the ball off clean. It's unbelievable, dude. It's a work of art, honestly. And that's what it's all about. And I hope the Chargers are able to do that and get that done.
What was your takeaway from Chris?
Takeaway from Chris? The future looks bright, baby. That's my takeaway.
I definitely think that they need to get one of these two guys.
You're talking about Davante or DK?
Yeah, like it's gonna change life for everybody. Like,
I agree.
I bet you that'll help. Like if you're Quentin and DK comes in here, you have to be excited.
Well, yeah, because the attention's off and there's less pressure on you.
Essentially, you'd go out there in a 3 wide receiver set, and it's Quentin, Ladd, and DK. All the attention is going to be on those two.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a chance to shine. Now, I have to make the most of it, which when I spoke to him at the Super Bowl, he said, look, I've been working since that game we lost. I'm out here. I'm doing everything that I can. I want to get better. And that's what he said he's going to want to do because he's excited about it. So we'll see what what happens with that. But if you're him, you have to be excited that they just have to go get one of these guys. And I don't think they'll double down, but if they could get like Davante and Darius Slayton to go along with, I mean, that's double dipping and that's too much.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that they need to come out with one of these two receivers just because it really will help. And the Chargers were in on DK last year, and they asked about him numerous times, and Seattle said no, because Seattle was still in the playoff hunt, and they thought we can make a run out of this, we can make a run at this, and they ended up not being able to do it. So no, Jorge, it's Ash Wednesday. It's Ash Wednesday. So
yeah, it's Ash Wednesday.
We went to go get our ashes today. So
I love what I think it's Matt. I don't think it's Kay, but I think it's Matt.
No, it's Matt. Yeah.
He says Harbaugh wants to troll Pete Carroll, so we should just grab Metcalf and Lockett to beat him 2 times a year. That's hilarious, dude. That's gonna be interesting. I can't wait.
Well, that's the interesting part. Now everybody's put like Jonathan Jones, what's his name? Albert Breer. A lot of journalists are pointing at, hey, watch out for the Chargers when it comes to DK. Like they really like him. They like his ability, which he blocks. His ability. His ability is completely the opposite of what is completely the opposite of what Ladd does. It would complement each other a lot. It would be essentially for DK being back with like a Tyler Lockett. Like a guy that's shifty, he's quick, he's fast, and he's more the physical. And Justin would love a guy like this. Remember, he loved Mike Williams. He would throw it down the field and go get Mike Williams. Mike Williams would come down with it. So that's something that you want. You want something like this to be able to help Justin out and for him to feel more comfortable. I know Kris said that the Chargers feel comfortable at the receiver spot. I don't know how. You're probably gonna lose Josh Palmer. I just don't see them bringing him back. I mean, Josh was hurt a lot of the year last year, and he wasn't there for the playoff game. So you're kind of in a rough spot there. But I just feel like they do need to go get one of these two guys. I mean, obviously, if they don't, it is what it is. You can go get a Darius Slayton, maybe draft another guy. But Jorge, the only reason why I would go, Brett, I'd be surprised if Keenan comes back. I just see that happening.
Think so either, yeah.
Would you rather Davante Adams or DK? Honestly, if I was the Chargers, I kind of would want DK. He's younger. The only thing is you're gonna have to pay him, but Davante is older. The only thing is with Davante, you pay him, and with DK, you have to give up a draft pick and pay him, and you're going to have to pay him more than Davante because he's younger. Hold on, I did miss some, so I apologize.
No, Jorge, he put it on there well, but I messed up a few times touching my face when I shouldn't have. I forgot.
Pablo, according to hello, Pablo, how are you? According to Kris Rhim, he thinks that Joey does come back again like last year on a limited cap number. So he's going to have to take a pay cut. So, but it does sound like Joey probably will be making his way back. And then he said he felt positive about Khalil coming back to the Chargers as well. So
yeah, that one for sure. He's still been playing at a high level. And that's the other thing they're going to have to figure out. I think they need to find some, like, I don't know if they bring back Bud Dupree again, or did he sign a 2-year? No, it was a 1-year, right? But
it was 1 year.
I don't know. They're going to have to figure out some backups there too, because you have to find some rotational guys who can give these guys spells and also be productive. Because at times we saw Thule kind of get after it. Then there was times where you didn't see much out of him. So you have to find as much. As silly as it sounds, right? You have to have. There's never too many pass rushers you can have on a team. Never.
My bad. It was a 2-year deal. I apologize.
Oh, but it was a 2-year? Okay.
Yeah.
And there you go. There you go. Then at least they have that.
I completely forgot about that.
They do need to find some more pass rushers though.
Everybody is obviously hitting up Deion Henley about going after Metcalf, and he said had some good words today, but it's not too much I can do now. We all waiting. It's officially above me now. So I guess Deion said that he's he is trying to go get.
That's crazy. Just recruiting everybody out here.
Yeah.
So
I thought, Jorge, you got the better of me. I have not been. It's been a while, so trying to jump back into it, but yeah, I mean, when guys are, because Derwin recruits. Pablo, thank you. Happy Ash Wednesday to you as well.
Shout out.
Yeah, we're back. But
great to see you too, Coop.
That's going to be the thing, though, is that what are the Chargers willing to give up? Because right now, Josina Anderson said a team's willing to give up a third. A third is going to have to be, I think, I think that's going to kind of be the cutoff. Like, I'm sure some teams are going to want to be like, hey, a third and a sixth or third and a seventh. I don't think anybody's going to want to like jump and do more. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna end up doing moving forward. But it's just
for me, really if you have to just give up one, like I think that's gonna interest them more than giving up multiple picks. Like I think like especially the upside is so much bigger than anything else.
They have to pay him.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like that's why like it's kind of like the perfect little storm. You have all this salary cap. You can work your witchcraft on the contract to make sure it's a low hit or whatever else. You can sign him for multiple years, back end it, front end it. I don't know how they do it, but like it kind of seems like, this would be the time to do it. Because I mean, who knows what their salary cap is going to look like next year?
It's just crazy because in years past, the Chargers have never been into this stuff. Even what Chris said, like JC Jackson was like, I remember he was at the Pro Bowl and Derwin said he recruited him at the Pro Bowl and stuff like that. So I'm sure Derwin, Dayon, all these guys are over here trying to get these trying to recruit. But like the thing is with Davante, you can go recruit him. With DK, it's not up to DK.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be the biggest question. Are they going to be willing to trade Davante or trade DK to where he wants to go?
Yeah.
Like if DK says, "Hey, I want the Chargers and only the Chargers." Oh, okay. Well, here you go. Or is it going to be, well, let's see what we can get out of it. So that's why I told Chris, I don't think this is going to go until Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday when tampering begins. I think this is going to happen before the weekend's up. Like, it just feels like it's going to be something where they kind of want to get them out of there and get their, like, I could see it happening before Friday or before Saturday. So at Saturday and Sunday, they can get all their ducks together and say, all right, this is the way we're going to attack free agency. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to go out and get. So I definitely think that, that this trade will happen soon. Crazy part is that a lot of teams are getting antsy, and I sent you that one about I sent you that one about what's his name, Jonathan Allen from the
the Commanders.
Commanders.
Yeah.
He is a Pro Bowl talent, and instead of going
the Pro Bowl doesn't mean much anymore.
Well, okay, but instead of they can't find a trade partner, and it's like, oh, we'll cut him if we can't find a trade partner, and you're like, oh shoot, like okay, so
bring his ass to me. I need a bunch of Pro Bowlers.
I mean, we'll see what happens there, but my
thing is too. This is kind of my thought process, but behind why I think it would be a good time to like do this. If they're now, mind you, they have to be sold on DK to begin with, though. Don't just do it because you think he's good. Be sold on him. But I think it's a perfect time again because the draft pick, if it's just a 3 or a 4, one draft pick, you could send it. On top of that, I understand you have to pay him, but supposedly the guy's a wizard with these contracts, so you can get that done. And on top of that, this is the way I see it. If DK's the guy, you're pairing him in because I think he's only 26. You're pairing him in Ladd for the next 5 to 6 years easily. Especially if he's productive and he plays well and everything else. With Davante, it's more probably like a 1 or 2 year rental. So even after that, you're going to have to find a guy. So that's kind of my thought process in the sense of like, you can either pair him up with a guy who's going to be around in the next, 5 to 6 years, or you're going to do kind of the same thing of trying to just get a 1 year rental and just see how it goes and hoping, it turns up right for you this time.
Yeah. Matthew, I mean, not necessarily. They don't have to go get a running back in the first or the second, even if they get Metcalf for a third. No, Jorge, I think it's not that is he worth it or not. It's just the fact that you're going to have to pay him. So you don't want to give up more money because you're going to have to pay him. So
you don't want to give up a higher draft pick.
Exactly. A higher draft pick if you're going to be the one that has to pay him. Matthew, they don't necessarily have to go get a running back. I mean, look how many running backs have come out of the 5th, 6th, 7th round. I mean, there's different routes.
I think Matthew was on Tuesday when our compa or Monday when our compa Adam Hill said he's just get a running back anywhere type of guy.
Oh yeah. So I mean, they could go realistically go get one in the first or second round, but I really think their priority is going to be their the offensive line and the defensive line. To go attack that, and then obviously they're going to need a number one corner because they don't have.
I need a healthy running back.
Well, yeah, but if you look at look at the Eagles. The Eagles went out and got their with the 20 whatever pick. I think it was like 24th or 25th. They got their starting corner, the number one, their shutdown corner, and that's why they were able to get rid of Darius Slayton because they have a guy in Quinyon Mitchell who was actually really nice when we spoke to him. When you have a guy like Quinyon Mitchell, you can do a lot of different things and you can go do more. So that's just
especially on rookie deals. Yeah,
so
exactly. That's why I think
that's why they're paying Zach Vaughn, and that's why they're paid.
They
gave an extension to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's why you're able to do that stuff.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt. Don't forget to hit the like button. Help us out. Shout out to all you guys in the chat right now. But I do think, I'm wondering what they're going to do because, now if you could do the same thing, I think this year they had like 5 starters out of the draft. I want to say 5. Joe Alt, Lad McConkey, 2 corners. Is there someone I'm missing? Are those the only rookies who were starters?
Yeah, those were the only guys.
If you could get another 4 to 5 starters, that's going to be super clutch.
Well,
super clutch.
I'm not saying that Cam Hart and Tarheeb aren't number one corners, but I
know. Yeah, I
want to go get a corner that could really
Well, especially you never know what's going to happen year 1 to year 2. So I totally get that.
2 concussions.
Yeah, well, that's my biggest worry. That's why it's I get that he can tackle, but come on, my guy.
Tarheeb was really good.
Yeah, they were both very good.
Yeah. So,
and because the other thing is too, you need another linebacker, more pass rushers. You need D tackles. I think right now you only have 2 safeties, or no, they have 3 safeties.
They have 3.
So you need to find that also.
Tony Jefferson aspect I think is going to be interesting because I think Tony deserves to I think he's earned a position.
Oh, I agree. I think 100%. I would love to see him come back because damn it, I thought he was probably a good leader in that room. He was helping out a lot of the young bucks. And on top of that, he tackles well when he comes up and run support, which again, that's what you want out of your safeties. As a cover guy, he's solid. He got caught once or twice in some games, but I think he's a pro. He's a net positive right now. So I would love Senor Vivmal, we love you too. Shout out to you, my guy.
Jorge. I don't know.
Love you, Jorge.
He's asking what's more likely between Metcalf or Adams. I'll just go with Adams, I think just because the Metcalf thing he can't control it.
Yeah.
And with Adams, it sounds like he only wants Niners, Rams, or Chargers because he said West Coast. Those are the only ones that I really feel like. And I mean the Rams, what the Rams said today, it sounds like they may keep Cooper Kupp. The 49ers have a lot of weird stuff going up there, but they're about to have to pay their quarterback $60 million a year, or anywhere from $50 to $60 million a year. So I don't think the 49ers are going to try and do that. So Jorge, I don't even know if I'm going to Brazil, to be honest.
I don't think so.
It's
I love what Brett says here. I think he was the one who was really against Bosa in the season. I don't think many options at edge. We are probably not paying Sweat. Do you pay Chase Young? Sweat was one that was interesting that Fernando was floating around off camera a few times that maybe
Sweat would be good. But like you'd have to get rid of instead of paying Bosa the money, you'd have to pay it to Sweat, and I think Sweat's a huge upgrade.
He's younger too.
He's younger. He's been there. He knows what it takes. Jawan Taylor, he was making Jawan Taylor eat lunch.
Oh yeah, he was.
You want somebody like that
beating him like a drum.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like my thing is too is again like I think. Wow, I know people.
Jorge, that's more of an OnlyFans kind of thing.
Dan does Brazil. Oh my god! I understand.
Nick, I think he's done waiting for Rodgers to be honest.
I understand. You know, I think Bosa can be solid when he's not the number one at this point in his career. And on top of that, I agree with everyone in the chat. Someone brought up he's getting paid $36 million. I agree. He's not right now, you know. That's a little too much for me. That's a little too rich.
10 to 15.
I think even that's a lot for me. That's a lot for me. Like, I get it. You know, he had the contract. You have to, you know, abide by it because NFL and everything else. He could choose not to take a pay cut and everything else. I get that.
Ready to burn it down back in 2020 when he was a free. Remember, I think he got a text that they had a report by 5 p.m. and at
I remember that. Yeah,
he got a text going.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, I really think when it comes to Bosa, they're just gonna need to they're gonna need to obviously be mindful. See what that would be a consultation.
You're gonna have to test the waters. You're gonna have
I would have with Ben Herbert and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Do you feel like he can still go and give us 17 games, or what do you think? Because that's what Ben Herbert was brought in to do. Yeah. I mean, Ben's gonna be the guy that he Jorge, I'll say a 6. But the thing is, you kind of have to have a full year to see how a coaching staff does stuff. So I'll see. I mean, I think it's going to take another kind of year to see what he is, how this coaching staff thinks. But the way the thought process is, I'll say a 6, just because I feel like everybody thinks he's going to come back now, and they could just completely swerve it and go another route.
Compas on the beat calendar. That's hilarious, dude. But yeah, like I agree with you. They do need. I would talk to I don't know.
I'm more confident about Khalil Mack and DK Dobbins coming back than I am.
I think so too.
Bosa, to be honest.
I think so.
Anything can happen.
Robert, what's up, my boy?
He's the one in Kansas City, right? Or like in Missouri?
Yeah, he is. Robert D's in Missouri.
Okay.
Missouri.
Obviously, like we said, safety. I think they would have, if they were going to cut Alohi Gilman to save the money, I think they would have done it already. So, no, Jorge, I said I'd be more confident in J.K. Dobbins and Khalil Mack.
I think you will. I think they will. But now that's another one though. In the similar case that like Dobbins comes back, you need to find productive backs to get in there with him. Like, you can't have him be a 20-touch guy because you can't run him into the dirt either.
Robert D, today's Ash Wednesday, so we are Catholic, so we went to Mass, and today is the beginning of Lent, so that's
the Lenten season.
Yeah, you won't see
40 days. 40 days of Dan and Daygo with no soda, so good luck to everybody.
But yeah, they do need to go draft a back. Gus Edwards on a 2-year deal, but I just don't know if they're going to keep. I'd be really surprised if they kept him.
Kept
the one game that he had was that game against the Broncos, which, I mean, damn, they needed all of those yards and those 2 touchdowns. But Nick, I mean, personally, I think Golden is a superstar waiting to happen. But I just Senor Vivement, there you go.
Senor Vivement. No, Robert G, I gave him soda, not beer. Beer's still good. I don't drink enough beer to give it up like that, though.
I just would be surprised if the Chargers went at number 22, they went receiver. I would be really surprised, especially with some of the other glaring holes. Like,
oh my God,
if they went with DK Metcalf or Davante Adams, there's no way they're going receiver at 22. So
I still like the chances of them getting DK just because, again, they're planning for the future.
Yeah.
They're like, for me personally, I think
In
that
2 years,
LA
Davante's
Super
not gonna
Bowl,
be here probably.
exactly. I think that LA Super Bowl is going to be the one.
Well,
And if
one of
it's
the
the
reporters.
one, I'm going to lose my effing
What?
mind, and everybody's going to hear it. What?
What?
I said I think the LA Super Bowl is going to be the one, and
Oh.
if it's the one, like
What?
what's his name? Doctor Strange, the 1 in 10 million or whatever. I'm gonna lose my mind, and I'm gonna let everybody know.
There was another. Let me see. There was another.
What else you got?
There was a another reporter. Eric Williams follows him. I just can't remember his name right now. Talk for a little bit. Let me find this tweet.
Okay. Sure, Oh, Nick, I like this. I like this. Jim Harbaugh has that DK video of him playing defense ready for the first team meeting. Are you talking about the one where he chases the guy down 80 yards? I totally agree with that. That 100% is exactly, yeah. He would definitely have that queued up for the first team meeting. That would be a Harbaugh guy right there. The guy's so big and physical, man. Like, again, I think it's good because they're thinking about the future. They're pairing him and Ladd in the future. And with Davante, I understand it's a cheaper route, but I mean, then you're going to be looking for the next guy. So that's going to be the interesting part. I still am hopeful. We're going to have to see who's still out there vis-a-vis offensive line and everything else. But I just don't think you can have the same interior three. Like you need massive, massive upgrades there because you have to protect the son of Odin. You have to be able to run the football. And that's going to be the most important thing. So, no, there are tiers to the FA.
Here we go.
Wide receiver will still be paid on top of names of
Bob Condata. He covers the Seahawks for the Seattle Times. He tweeted out that hold on. Damn it. I just had it. Hold on, give me 1 second.
I'm curious also, Jorge, because supposedly, and when I say supposedly, I'm talking about other people.
So Jonathan Jones put the Chargers are a team several around the league are watching as potentially DK Metcalf landing spot. Bob Condata mentioned this in my story as well. Metcalf has spent off seasons in LA as of late, and the Chargers wide receivers coach Sanjay Law, with whom Metcalf is especially close. So that's the big leaning point. If Sanjay goes to Senor Vive Moi, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy holy birthday, Senor Vive Moi. What are you doing? What are you doing for your birthday?
But I'm sorry, Jorge. Dan, I'm sorry I cut you off.
Robert D. I did see that rumor about Myers from the Raiders. But what do you get cut? Or
no, they're not going to pick him up. They're not going
to trade him.
The Raiders are going to make a trade with the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
No, that wouldn't. So obviously, going back to that, Sanjay Law is probably the one in Harbaugh's ear saying, "Hey, this guy, I coached him. We've been together for a while. I think he'd be really good, and I think he'd be a guy that we could definitely take to the next level." So Sanjay Law is going to have to be the one that really gets. I mean, because to be honest, like what's his name? Dayon can only do so much. I'm sure this is going to be more of a Sanjay Law and some of the other coach or some of the other.
Well, I think also it's going to be a Greg Roman thing.
Yeah.
Like, how committed would a DK Metcalf be to? I think that's going to play a factor, I think, in also Davante Adams. Are you going to block in the run game? That's going to be a big thing also.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you can have is a receiver getting frustrated because of the amount of touches or because you're running the football because the run's working. You got to have team guys. I don't think Harbaugh's going to put up with non-team guys. So
what about idea guys?
We love idea guys. We love them. Like the cheesy
but just going back to it, it's obviously we'll see what happens with this. Khalil Mack and Joey is going to be interesting. I'm still waiting to see what happens with Trey Pipkins, Gus Edwards, and some of these other guys. Because I remember last year the Chargers kind of did all their. They did like I think it was like a Thursday last year when they traded Keenan Allen. So before the new league, like I think it was, I can't remember what day it was specifically, but it was like right around this time. So can you imagine if like last year they traded away Keenan and this year they trade for DK? So that would be interesting. But obviously there's other pieces that I'm sure they're going to look at. I remember they were in on Marshawn Lattimore before the trade deadline. And Dan kept on pointing him out against the Eagles and against some of these other guys.
He was getting smoked.
Yeah.
He was getting smoked.
Yeah. So, Tom, it's also going to be a money thing. We'll see how much DK is going to want and everything. So, Jorge, they were in on Marshawn Lattimore last year. But Jair Alexander, that's going to be an interesting name that's going to probably pop up. I don't think the Chargers will go for him just because he is a pricey corner. So, but yeah, like Jorge said, these guys aren't playing around. They're not playing around. I mean, they're going to try and go get some of the players that they can go get. Linebackers are concerned next to Deion Henley, who's going to be there. Junior Colson really didn't take a step forward like everybody had hoped. So it was only his rookie year. He went through some injuries. He wasn't really there for training camp because he got injured. So that's gonna be interesting to see how he can go moving forward. Do they bring back Denzel? Denzel did get hurt kind of in the crucial part of their schedule. So that'll be interesting to see if Denzel maybe comes back. There's other names obviously that you could float out there that maybe could be a spot for them, but it's going to be interesting to see what they try and go do in free agency, just because last year it was more of like, let's hold our wallet close because we don't have that much cap space because of they made the necessary moves that they had to, but they didn't have as much cap space. Now they do. Obviously there was a bump in the what's it called, in the salary cap, so they're going to have a lot more freedom to play around with money. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of different routes that these guys can take, and it's just going to be interesting to see how all of this goes. But and as far as us guys moving forward, if there is like big news that breaks, we'll jump on. If not, probably our next episode would be Compas on the beat, the big one, the one with all four of us. We're gonna do a show on Monday, probably around 5:00, just to go over what's happening in the tampering window. If any big news has happened, if any big Charger news has happened, then we'll do the four Compas, and then Dan and I will jump on here and we'll discuss any big news. Wednesday, we'll also the Monday show most likely will either be with Tyler Dragon or with Eric Williams. Then on Wednesday, we'll do the Four Compas show again right around 4 or 5. It'll be with either Eric Williams or Tyler Dragon. We don't know yet. And but if any big news, Chargers news happens during free agency, we'll jump on. We'll discuss it. So that's kind of the schedule moving forward of what we want to do with that. But real quick, Dan, I just want to show you. Jorge Gilbert's not going to be on for a while, so it's just us. Daniel Jeremiah, former scout, he knows the mentality of. He was on in the Baltimore Ravens front office. He knows what these guys are thinking and everything. This is what he had to say on his show today about DK Metcalf. Take a listen to this.
If the Chargers lined up week 1 next year, Buck, and you've got Justin Herbert, and then you look out in the formation and you've got DK Metcalf out wide, you've got Ladd McConkey in the slot, and all of a sudden we've got Omari and Hampton lined up behind Justin Herbert. You talk about a team that needed to get more explosive. You throw Omari and Hampton in the backfield and DK Metcalf out wide with Ladd McConkey still there, that's a different looking offense.
Different little offense. Before you mentioned the Omari and Hampton situation, I was going to talk about just building a basketball team. So now you have polar opposites in terms of Ladd McConkey and DK Metcalf. Ladd McConkey is this slippery route runner that can get in and out, dominates between inside the numbers. DK Metcalf, the big, physically imposing, vertical stretch guy that can make his plays outside the numbers and down the field. You think about Justin Herbert and how, if the running game is working, when you throw it, you're throwing for chunk plays.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf would give them that. And when you factor in an old school workhorse running back in Hampton, man, that's the kind of team that we've seen Harbaugh have traditionally, going all the way back to his time with Frank Gore kind of being the tailback for the 49ers.
The other thing I was thinking of is if they did that, say it was a second-round pick. I don't know what the cost would be, but say it's a second-round pick. If you're the Chargers in this draft, you have other needs, and then see what they do in free agency. Interior offensive line needs to be addressed. They've got some free agents on defense they could look to bring back. But if we say that they want to get a running back, a young running back, a rookie running back at some point in time in this draft, you go, okay, well, man, you traded your second-round pick for DK Metcalf. That could be a nice sweet spot. That's a good spot in this draft. Buck, if you're sitting there and you're the Chargers where you're picking in the early 20s, you have no second-round pick. You can trade back once, maybe twice, and guess what? You're going to have one of those Ohio State backs. We'll see what happens with Amari Hampton, who we were talking about. There's going to be options for you at that point in time to slide back and recoup that second-round pick. I've talked about Mason Taylor making.
I like that. I like explosive, physical, hard-hitting teams. I love it. Makes them slippery. They can't tackle them. I love it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. All speculation now at this point, but
Dan,
like
Osa, ODG Zua, my bad. I butchered the shit out of his name. He's the guy, the Cowboys defensive tackle. He just signed an extension with the team. Dan, listen to what happened when he was on Kay Adams' show.
Surprised that Coach McCarthy doesn't have a head coaching gig this year.
I didn't even know that he didn't, but
wow, that's great.
But at the same time, not really. It's only 32 spots. It's not always going to be something that just pops up open,
Interesting. Didn't even know. That tells you he wasn't close with him, honestly.
Yeah. Do you feel like your boy's being disrespected here?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they put him at wait. Herbert's not even on there as quarterback?
Nope.
That's horseshit. And they put Lamar Jackson as $4 and Burrow's a $1. Are you kidding me?
Dude, not even Mahomes is a $5.
That is dumb as shit. That's why I hate these, and they do this on purpose just to stir the pot and piss people
Dan, that
off.
means your perfect lineup, Herbert for free.
Oh, exactly. Free transfer. I'm a football guy, so I can spend the $5 now on Saquon. Then how much money do I get for this stupid thing?
You have let's see. You have $15 to build your perfect lineup.
Oh, so Saquon 5, and how many do I have to pick? Or is not numbers?
No, you have to pick a running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end.
So I got the running back.
You get $5.
2 receivers. I'll do St. Brown, and I will do
that's $4. So now you spent $9.
Oh, and then I'll do Lad. Give me Lad.
Okay, so that's $10. You have $5 to spend on 1 running back and 1 tight end.
You
already have a running back. I apologize, Dan.
Okay,
you already have
give
a
me
running
Brock
back.
Bowers. Give me Brock Bowers.
Another $5. So you're not. Oh wow. Okay, that's actually pretty good.
I'm at 15.
Yeah.
I got the free transfer.
Wow.
Now I was about to go get Derrick Henry and then say, okay, Laporta will be my tight end. Who cares? Derrick Henry's a dog, man. Derrick Henry's still a dog.
I think I had some other stuff for you. I just can't remember. Oh. Did you see this?
Well,
I can't wait to show you this.
Exactly, Brett. Get a 6-pack of Coke Zero with the change. I'll get that on Easter. On Easter's. I can't wait. I gotta go 40 days though. I gotta wait.
Tom Brady is not doing this, and it says down 24-14 to the Eagles. Down 36-33 to Buffalo with 13 seconds left. Down 24-0 to Houston, and down 20 to.
Get the fuck out of here!
Hold on. And then it goes. So many children on this app, man.
Oh, it is. It's a joke. It's a joke. They really don't know how good Brady is. Like, it pisses me off. Careful now. Don't disrespect. I also miss watching Peyton Manning play. That was another thing of beauty. Okay. Anyway.
There was one more other thing.
Oh, you got another thing?
I think so.
What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Oh, dude.
Sun goes down on my side.
I hope I don't get hit for this. I saw this today and I couldn't stop laughing.
What is it? Oh my God.
That's my mammy.
Hey, mammy.
Oh, had a rock out, bust your heads, bitch. Say me, she deaf.
I loved him in that movie. He was hilarious. Then his laugh, he was like,
God, I miss
Bernie Mac was hilarious, man. One of the good ones.
I miss Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Dan, are you gonna get some real American beer?
No, because I don't want to get the shit booed out of me. No, you know what? I think we have a free case in the garage. Oh, God.
When real American beer comes into town and takes over your city, brother.
Wait a minute, you imposter! I cannot believe this. You ruined my career. I can't believe it's the
You know
Hawkins in the house.
something, brother? I've heard a lot about you running your mouth, making money off Hulk Hogan. Wait a minute, dude. You're a fake Hulk Hogan, brother. You got a fake mustache. You got fake hair extensions in. You got a fake Hulkamania shirt, and you got mashed potatoes. These are 22s, no, brother. Those are everybody knows, brother. Those are mashed potato muscles. The real Hulk Hogan, dude. All the
He was about to commit attempted murder over here.
Take that stupid clown outfit off. I'm gonna body slam you just like I did that no good stinky giant. Oh,
Body slamming, Hulk. Body slamming. Yeah, you need to be body slammed.
you know what, Jimmy? You keep running your mouth. I'm gonna body slam your ass right through the megaphone. All right, that's it for you, brother. Over the top rope. Here we go. You know something? If he would have been Hulk Hogan, he would have had the 24-inch pythons, brother. And by the way, I don't ever want to see you drinking my real American beer again, dude. You're a phony baloney.
Oh
Jimmy,
my
go
God,
knock
what
him out.
year is
You
this?
kidding me, brother? I'm going to drink a 24-pack of this every day for the rest of my life until I got the 22s or until I can put Jimmy Hart's ass through the crowd, brother.
I love what Senor Vivmois says right here. Wrestling is so back. 100%. I love it. I love it. That clip's
Dude,
hilarious, though. That you could tell he pissed him off. He was about to kill him, dude. You see that? Got
Dude,
his
that was
big ass hands around his mouth. All right, Frau. It's been an hour and two. Let's
Sorry,
let
I
the good people
apologize.
go. It's time to go to dinner. We got to go
all right.
get dinner.
All right. Thank you guys so much for checking out another episode of Jorge.
Oh, we tried to end it, and he comes in here with this garbage. What are we doing, Jorge?
I should put you through the table, brother.
Oh my God!
But we definitely appreciate you guys jumping on. I know we had been gone for a little bit. We're back. We got a lot of stuff cooking on both shows on What's Up Bolts and then obviously on Compas. So we'll definitely
Brett, we talked about that on Tuesday. Go check out that episode.
We have a lot of stuff planned for these next couple of weeks, so we are definitely excited to be back. We got a lot of stuff cooking, so make sure you guys tune in. Again, if there's news that breaks, we'll jump on. If there's not, we'll kind of take a step back. But next week, probably, if there's no news that breaks, Wednesday we'll probably have an episode where we break down whatever's happened so far. Like I said, if it's a big it
will be DK
news, then we'll jump on. But if there's not, we will just continue to play and next Thursday we'll have an episode just talking about whatever's happened so far in free agency. Again, Monday, either Tyler Dragon or Eric Williams will jump on with us right around 5 to break down everything that's happened in the tampering window. We know how crazy the tampering window gets. Wednesday, either Eric or Tyler will jump on at 5 o'clock to talk about whatever's happened in free agency since the year started. So again, thank you guys so much. We're definitely excited. We hope you guys will continue, and let's grow this shit. Let's keep on going.
Exactly.
Let's have fun with it. We definitely appreciate you guys. Everybody, please pound the like button. We got a lot of people in here. Let's pound the like button.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And again, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to tell people about the show. We would love to have new people in here. We love the chat. Angie, Brett, Robert, Jorge, Senor Vive Moi, Tom, Felix, everybody. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. And thank you to Kris Rhim for jumping on.
Shout out.
Thank you to everybody who's back. Thank you to Kris Rhim. He's awesome. So thank you guys. So we're gonna get out of here. Dan, get us out of here.
Be a compa, tell a compa. Don't forget, John Cena's still the Rock's bitch.